Have you guys seen the girl who claims she is a real-life mermaid and posts videos about it directly on TikTok? This is her account, where she tries in every possible way to prove that she really is a mermaid.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. Today's compilation includes a bunch of interesting and creepy videos that would challenge your reality. Like always, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button and let's get it.
Okay, now why is Cardi B dressed up like human intestines? Don't freak out on me. Completely unrelated. You remember when I made that video on why she's talking about the human harvest that came from my insider, that we're going to be invaded, attacked by grays and a harvest? Yeah, it's rough. Long story short, it's totally not about harvesting humanity.
I'm curious what was going through the seamstress and the fashion designer's head when they made this dress, because this thing is totally disgusting.
Bro, look at this, y'all. I knew I was the only one who seen the moon do this. I knew it, bro. Like, the moon is, look how fast this junk is moving. Look at this. This is in the North Shore in Jersey. Look at this. What's going on? And it looks like there's other light switches up there as well too. Y'all see how fast that thing is moving? They told us in the end times the moon was going to start acting weird, and why does it look still eclipsed? Am I tripping, y'all? Don't the moon look still eclipsed? That's a plane. He's just showing you guys what's going on back there. But that thing is still moving. Why does it look eclipsed? Look at this. This is just the other night in Jersey. What is going on? And this was just the moon in Louisiana just the other day. Y'all see that? Whoa!
This is not fucking real life. The moon looks so fucking.
You guys are comprehending how massive this moon looks right here, right now. And then this thing over here. And then this star that's like flickering over here. It looks like that is powering the moon, right? But y'all, there's been times I come out, I see the moon, and then I'll come out maybe like 30, 40 minutes later to an hour, the moon is completely gone. Where did it go? There you go, y'all. Something is happening. They told us in the end times we would be experiencing things like this. Let me know down in the comments below, man. This thing is hawking it, bro. The shit is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
The moon is definitely appearing and behaving out of character. In that one clip, it looked like it was trying to get away from something.
So I'm not sure if you saw this. At the World Cup opening event, there's the map of the United States with the sideways letter A. And it was the opening ceremony, a bunch of different musical performances over the weekend. And this, I'm telling you, this is really interesting symbolism. I don't listen to mainstream pop music, but there's a guy named Future and then Tyla. I don't even know who they are. But when they start singing and they're saying, "There ain't no stopping it, there ain't no stopping it," you see the letter getting rolled out and spread over the United States. And there's all this symbolism with World Cup or Olympics. There's always these weird ceremonies that happen. And I need to show you what is going on here, because there's something occult that just means hidden, but there's a lot of hidden symbolism and ceremony and weird stuff that goes on. Because again, what are the odds of them drawing the letter A like this over the United States? It's almost exactly positioned where it needs to be. This was the solar eclipse omen the United States saw from 2017 to 2024, and I've written obviously about this extensively. Let me just show you what we're talking about. If you go back in history to the days of the prophet Jonah, it just so happens that this 7-year eclipse pattern was also present during the Assyrian Empire right here in purple. Ancient Assyria saw the same triple eclipse omen, just like the United States has in these last days. As you can see, there's the triple solar eclipse omen. Here's just a chart with the years of mankind. I show you how that all works in the book, but it's amazing that, yes, America has now seen what historically was the sign of Jonah.
The Masonic square is the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the letter A on the soccer field.
So y'all, I'm the first one to have a mini data center in my house. They're paying me monthly to house this data center. Pretty sweet. So if you can't beat them, work with them, I guess, So anyways, this data center went in a couple days ago, and it's producing all of your Google results in the 100 square mile from this location. So if you were to type in, "Hey Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?" I could modify this system to say, don't worry about it. It's going to be 500 degrees. You won't make it out alive. That's the kind of thing that this is producing. So they're paying me money to have this here. Information's coming in, and I'm able to send the information out. Pretty wild. And if you want one of these in your house, let me know. They'll pay you to put one in.
At this point, all his neighbors know he has this setup, so he's not going to get invited to any potlucks again.
There's going to be a breaking news story, and they will announce that now we're going into a new currency.
You know, the number one question we get from our audience all the time is, when is the reset going to happen? Followed by, what is a reset? And I was thinking maybe we start today by just defining what a reset is. When people ask that question, what are they actually referring to?
As an analyst, I probably get asked that multiple times throughout the week, and I'm sure all the other analysts, that is a key question, right? Because everyone wants to know, when is the reset going to happen? I think what they're really asking, Taylor, is when is it going to be official?
Okay.
When is it going to be apparent? Like, that's when the reset happens. When a government comes out and says, okay, there's going to be a breaking news story. The president, whoever that is at the time, Secretary of Treasury, more than likely the Federal Reserve or the central bank spokesman, will be on TV together, and they will announce that now we're going into a new currency. It could be, they might not use the term reset. They might say something like, we're going to revalue, we're going to start over, we're going to restructure. There's going to be all these different words, but it's going to be a reset. So I think when people ask, when is the reset going to happen? It's happening now, and there's symptoms to it that we can talk about.
Yeah.
But when someone says, when is the reset going to happen? I think what they're asking is, when is it going to be apparent to me? And when is that official statement going to come out?
I think the reset is something that we're just going to wake up to, opposed to us being told days or weeks in advance. I'm not sure about a portal, but the sky does look like it has a water-like ripple effect.
What is going on out here? What is going on downtown LA, guys? Because clearly this mysterious guy is crawling on the floor, look like he has a gold mask on, and he's bothering this lady. But nobody was hurt, guys. Everything is okay. But what is going on downtown LA, bro? Because this woman had enough. She just wants him to leave, and he keep crawling towards her. Look at it. What the hell is going on out here? As you can see, nothing's wrong because this guy just walks by. He doesn't even say nothing. There's ain't nothing to say. I don't know who that guy is on the ground with the gold mask, but something's going on out here, guys, for real. Shh, shut up! Every time I turn around, there's something strange happening out here, guys. All black, gold mask, crawling in the streets, bothering this random lady on the corner. Something's going on out here, guys, for real. Now just playing around, guys. Entertainment purposes only. Nothing's going on here. This must be a skit. They play around too much. This was real funny. I don't know who this is. Let me know if you know who that is. I'm out.
I've never been to LA, but this is just one extra video that confirms I'm not missing much.
That's one that Bob and I have discussed on multitudes of occasions.
Oh, yeah.
The upside down being a parallel universe. And the thing that we talk about too is we believe that CERN actually destroyed our timeline in, what was it, 2012 when they fired it up the first time and discovered the God particle. And we have jumped timelines, and that explains a lot of, you know, it could explain ghosts, demons, UFOs, but the biggest one for us is all these Mandela effects that are going on. You know, they, in a different timeline, they were different.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, that was a real thing.
It was a real thing. And I mean, how many times you like, I would die on that hill because I know as a kid it was this.
Right.
You
like,
know?
why would I say Berenstein Bears if it was Berenstain Bears.
Right.
Like I've read that book 1,000 times when I was a little kid, so I know it said Steen on it.
Yep.
Right. So I growing up, I never would have said Stein if it wasn't Stein. If it was Stain, then I would have said Stain.
And you know what's funny is I remember a Fruit of the Loom commercial where they were standing in a cornucopia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, so to say there's no cornucopia in that, there absolutely was. So,
I remember Macy's parade float where they were in the cornucopia in their little suits out there. And
maybe that's what I remember. Is that.
I remember thinking, like, man, it's way too cold to be wearing that grape suit out there. You
right.
know what I'm saying? This is the 80s. It wasn't like modern days where they hide heaters in the parade floats. Like, nah, bro, you were just out there freezing.
Right.
Have you guys seen the girl who claims she is a real-life mermaid and posts videos about it directly on TikTok? This is her account, where she tries in every possible way to prove that she really is a mermaid. Every single one of her videos looks extremely strange, yet somehow gets tens of millions of views. In one of the videos, she says she is somewhere near Point Nemo. That is one of the most isolated places in the entire ocean. At that point, you're closer to the astronauts on the space station than to any land on Earth. And that is exactly where she suddenly shows her mermaid tail. The way she looks at the camera is honestly unsettling. In another video, she shows what she calls her gills and a strange skin color, but the creepiest part came later. She posted another clip where she showed her tail again, but this time she ran her hand across it, and suddenly some of the scales started falling off. Underneath, there was a thick layer of skin that looked disturbingly real. Many viewers still believe it is just a costume or very good editing, but others are asking a completely different question. If she really is a mermaid, where did she get a phone to film all these videos? How did she create an account? And how is she uploading videos to the internet from the middle of the ocean? What do you think? Could something like this really exist somewhere in our world?
When it comes to her creating social media accounts and taking video selfies, I was thinking the same thing.
Fracture. Okay. I have to do this quick because this stuff does not last. 525. You can see there's a whole range of tones here, but 525, you're going to hear, probably hear the fluctuation there. There we go. If you don't know where that is, I do. Is in Sedona, and it is a well-known vortex phenomenon. There's several of them there, and you are witnessing a gate, portal, wormhole, Stargate, whatever you want to call it, from this bedroom to another state.
If this is truly a portal, I think it's crazy and dangerous to experiment with this, especially in a room where he lays head.
NASA studied this lake after their equipment failed just a few feet below the surface, not at the bottom, near the top, and objects disappeared. This is Crater Lake, the deepest lake in America. But the depth isn't the scary part. This lake has almost no way out. No rivers in, no rivers out. So where does everything go? Nowhere. It stays. Most lakes constantly move water. This one doesn't. It's almost like a sealed system. And here's where it gets confusing. You can see over 100 feet down, but at certain angles, things disappear within just a few feet. So why? Light doesn't behave normally here. It gets absorbed faster than expected. But the strangest thing isn't the water. It's a tree, a massive log standing upright for over 100 years. Not sinking, not tipping over. It even moves while staying vertical. Think about that. Equipment failing near the surface, light behaving differently, objects not acting normal. That's why this place gets studied, not because it's beautiful, but because it behaves like something that doesn't belong on Earth. Crater Lake, and whatever caused things to disappear, might still be right there.
Unless that area gets constant rain, I wonder how that lake maintains its body of water. This color is unreal, but I wonder if it's related to the aurora lights. The cameraman didn't seem fazed at all, but that noise sounded like a warning.
Tá porra. Vem cá, pessoal, rápido, não é brincadeira não. É sério. O que aconteceu? Olha lá, tá vendo? Nossa, tá ali. Tá porra. Vem cá, o que aconteceu? Olha lá, tá vendo?
Nowadays, AI is so good, it would have us fooled, but supposedly this was spotted in Brazil, and based on how the camera is panning from left to right, I'm almost inclined to believe it.
Yo, what kind of chicken is this in Indonesia, bro? Y'all ever seen anything like this? What is, bro? Look at this dinosaur. And then look at this tiny one. Look at this other one. Bro, what is going on? And the crazy thing is, I'm from Key West, Florida. In Key West, Florida, we have a big white chicken like this. But this right here is a dinosaur. The chicken or the rooster in Key West is not this big. This thing is crazy looking, bro. Y'all ever seen? Where did this thing come from? What do y'all think? You guys think this thing has been genetically altered, or is this thing natural? What is going on here? Look at this thing. This thing is huge.
Agoy, masaya na kong ogeso. Stilan. Sa PM lang mo sa gusto magpaliwat sa.
Bro, we never know what really is going on in the world, bro. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of different type of animals popping up, man. And they told us at the end of the world, we'd be seeing some crazy things like this. But yeah, y'all ever seen anything like this, man? Let me know down in the comments below, man. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
There are giant chicken breeds located globally, but for all we know, the guy in the purple shirt could be about 3 or 4 feet tall.
Look. Now they pulsate. Look, now they pulsate. Watch, they're gonna pulsate again. I just said I was going inside, and then I look back up and I see them fucking pulsating like that. Look, I don't know what the fuck they got going on. Like I say, y'all can see I'm at home. Sure as shit. This is me right here. I ain't making up no shit. Look, let me see. Look. Y'all see him up there? Y'all see him? Look. I don't know what the fuck going on. Who that? Look, let me do it like this. I don't know what the fuck that is. You can't even see no light tracer or nothing back over there. That shit is not cool. Look, there goes a bird. Look, I'll do it like this so y'all can see. That way y'all see me and y'all see that. I don't know what the fuck going on up there. Motherfuckers fucking around with lights, so what the fuck they doing? But I can tell you over here, that's not normal. That ain't normal. I can tell you that. I've been over here for 3 years, and I ain't never seen these motherfuckers up in that sky. Look. That one's wiggling. That one by itself is wiggling. The 1, 2, and then this one, the third one over, that bitch is wiggling. Let me. Look.
Whatever those lights were, they formed a perfect circle, but at this point, we're in 2026. They should be tired of hiding.
Yeah. There's this truck coming here. Well, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna show you a video. It's a truck that drives by itself with three trailers. Yeah, but this truck coming in where I'm leaving, he's coming in right now.
I'm not sure how I feel about a semi-truck with 2 trailers at the back being controlled by AI. That truck driver in the video sounded surprised and nervous like his job is on the line.
Whenever a kid is telling you that they seen a spirit, or they seen a ghost, or they have an imaginary friend, 9 times out of 10, it's real. They are telling the truth. So don't make them feel like they're lying. It's a video going around right now where a lady recorded her daughter interacting with a ghost. You heard what I just said? A lady recorded her daughter playing with a ghost. At first she didn't believe her, but you can tell as the video went on, she believed her. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit.
Tell the truth.
Listen.
I'm not. You were just playing about a woman over there, right?
With a woman. Look.
She's right there.
She sees something.
Nevaeh, stop lying.
But she ain't lying.
Yes, you are.
That's conviction. That's truth.
Nevaeh, God gonna get you if you lying.
Look.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, okay. Something is in that house.
She went in her room.
What you gotta remember is children have pure spirits. And that allows them to see and feel things that we can't feel. Things that we can't see. But another thing I do know is all spirits ain't good spirits. And maybe, just maybe, they need to get somebody in there to check and find out what kind of spirit that is.
The mother sounded concerned and hoping the daughter was just playing around, but as crazy as it sounds, I kind of believe the daughter.
Okay, this video is not AI. This was taken inside of, I think, a skid steer in Nebraska. And those are not flies, dude. Actually, there is some flies buzzing around out there. But the million little insects on the window, those are ticks. And this guy in this video is talking about how he's never seen ticks like this in his entire life. Now, the mainstream is saying there's so many ticks now because of the climate. And they're saying because of warm winters and stuff. But in where I live, we had the coldest winter for a very long time this year. And now we're said to have a tick explosion this summer. So it makes no sense. Now, the crazy part is, if it's anything like rats, there's not known to be many rats in the interior of Canada up here or in the States here because of the mountains. They can't really get over the mountains apparently. But these ticks, I guess if they happen to fall out of a plane, they could get anywhere, couldn't they? Now, I'm of course not suggesting that anyone's finding any boxes of anything on their farms and stuff, although I have seen a bunch of videos about it. But who do you blame on that when there's no name on the box, no trademark, no property of mention on the box? It's just a blank box that a million ticks crawl out of. And I've been bit by a tick before, by the way, and I'll tell you exactly where. Right around here. I was in Alberta, went over here, and then it was in Manitoba, actually. And this friggin' tick, man, I lay down in a farmer's field at 5 in the morning after a long night's driving, put a blanket down, rested my head, and I woke up to several ticks climbing on me and one tick that had bit me on my side. Anyway, I didn't get alpha-gal or anything like that. I can still eat meat. But that's shocking, dude. What's going on with these ticks? Remember to put on these certain essential oils. You got to find out, do your research, but you can have natural, you don't need to use DEET. You can use natural things to get rid of these damn ticks, man. And get that guinea fowl and that chickens, they eat ticks too.
Now I'm starting to second guess the tick boxes, but I'd rather deal with swatting mosquitoes than this.
Yo, sinkhole.
Listen to me, when you get your car out,
God, bro.
You'll get your,
Look at that.
you'll get your thing, okay?
Right on the highway.
Listen to me.
Insane. Look at that.
I'm not sure if that's due to a sinkhole or an improper road structure, but the driver of that car has a greater purpose in life.
The fuck is that?
This bird defensive stance looks intimidating but cool at the same time.
Check this out. So it's a blue moon right now. And for whatever reason, the reflections on my window are creating like 6 other moons reflections, or bokeh, or whatever you want to call it. It's like lens flares, but usually with lens flares and reflections, if I move one direction, then the flare or the bokeh goes, the other way, or keeps going, based on my movement. But this, they're orbiting. They're not like moving away from the lens like lens flares normally do. They're just like orbiting the center object, or the main source, the reflection source. I've never seen that, and it just happens to be the blue moon right now.
This guy probably has a double or a triple pane glass window that's causing that effect. If the water company is going to be supplying that quality of water, they better be sending a $0 bill in the mail.
What's that? Oh, 71 girls ages 12 to 14 were found in a tunnel under a synagogue, and there's zero news coverage about it, and it should be going viral right now. Tell me more! The story seems a little strange, if you will, because basically what happens is 71 girls are in a park and randomly go into a little opening that they find by a creek and go in there apparently by themselves. The people that are watching them didn't see them at all. There's 71 of them. They end up under the synagogue, and police end up coming and locating them, getting them out of there. Something isn't adding up here. Why would all 71 girls in this situation decide to go in that little opening that goes underground? Then they get lost, apparently, and then were miraculously found. No, there's something off about this, and it isn't adding up. Okay. Person who managed to make my way in here, boy. I had to run the street like that. There's something wrong with them. I think there's two of them. There's two of them. That's what it is, isn't it? Shit.
Based on the fly in the book that they're holding, they're probably street actors opposed to the Z-humans. But hey, we'll end the video here. As always, thank you for the support, but before you leave, hit the like button and sub up. Also, share this video with folks that enjoy this type of content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.